Okay guys, video number 3. So this is actually how we're going to do lowercase letters. And these were actually a little bit tricky because some lowercase letters drop below the line. All uppercase letters, went upwards, whereas some lowercase letters, when you want them to go straight across and be even, you've got like a G that'll drop below. So when you go to plan your lines, I did my grid at 7 lines to match because of the uppercase letters. So normally, you start with one uppercase letter, so then you know that your lowercase letters are not going to go below, above that. And then also because you want your lowercase letters to look smaller than your uppercase letters, just because it's like normal writing. So most of my lowercase letters, I tried to keep them in between 5 and 6. I tried to never go up to the full 7 because I wanted all of my letters to be smaller than my uppercase letters. So what I did is I went ahead and I did all of them, and then I wanted to, when I get to the ones that drop below, I wanted to give you a couple options of what it's going to end up looking like when you go to make a word. So again, just like my other tutorial, I'm going to go on each letter. Each are 7 lines. Like I said, none of them actually use the full 7 lines. So A, on your first line of 7, you're going to do 5 and 6, nothing in the 7th, and then you're going to come over, you're going to do the second, skip 3, 4, skip 5 and 6, and put them in the 7. 7 will go 3 over. The last row is going to go 5 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll fill in that space. And then to cap off your A, you're going to skip that one and you're going to come over 2. And that's A. B, you're going to do the first 6. From the bottom, you're going to go over 2 more. Skip 2 spaces, go over 2 more, and then cap it off with 2 at the very end. So that's 6 and that's 5. C, working from the bottom seems to be the easiest when it comes to the lowercase letters. So you're going to skip 7. You're going to put a dot in 6, 5, 4. And then on the next row, so row 7, you're going to put 2 dots. Row 3, you're going to put 2 dots. You're going to come over to your last column. You're going to skip 7. You're going to put a dot in 6, skip 5, put a dot in 4. That's 3. That's this letter C. D, you're going to skip 7, put 1 in 6 and 5. Go back down to 7, put 3 more. From that last one, go up a total of 6. So the last one including would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to mirror and put 2 more dots beside the third one down. E, skip 7. You're going to put 3 dots going up. For the next column, come back down to 7, go over 3, skip a row, come over 3. On your last one, put a dot above, and then put it together by putting 2 dots on this row. So you'll go diagonal from here and diagonal from here, and it'll even, and so it'll be dot, skip, dot, skip, dot, dot, skip, dot, skip, dot. That's your E. F, I started to run out of space, but going from the bottom up, you're going to skip 7, 6. You're going to put 3 dots. You're going to put 2 dots above the middle, 2 dots below the middle. Come back up to your top dot, go over diagonal. So you're going to put 1 in the second column down, and then 1 more in the third. There's your F. Okay, so G is a little bit more complicated. So when it came to the lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So G kind of took up all 7 lines. The issue is with G, because it hangs down, we're gonna run into the problem where your G is gonna be up at the very top, just like a capital letter. And you don't want that. You want this to actually start down here, but you're gonna need 1, 2, 3 columns extra to be able to hang that. So when you're making your words, you're going to need multiple spaces that will be completely empty, but you'll actually be working your G kind of early as opposed to all your other letters, including the capital letter. So just remember that if you're going to have a lowercase letter that swings down below to be able to match it like normal writing, when you go to make your grid out, you need to leave a space for that 3 hook. And then it'll make sense when we do tutorials, but you'll either have to bring your G up and it'll just look off. So with the G, when you grid it out, I put this on top of the 7, but technically this will be down here, and then you'll have like an excess down here that you'll actually finish it off when you go to make your grid for your word. But for here, for these 7 lines, you're gonna start with 2 and 3. You're gonna put 3 across the top, mirror 3, 2 rows down. Then you're gonna come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. And then you're gonna hang your hook. You could put 1 more right here if you want it to look like that. Could make this a little smaller by moving this over, so you could fill in here and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or you could swing them down, take this one out, put 1 here, so it kind of goes more like a V at the bottom. Play around with it, decide what you want, but those are different ways that you can do your G. So H kind of screwed up a little bit. At first I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I wanted to come up from the 7, 6, 5. I was going to go row 5 and go over 2 more and down 2, but then I thought that kind of looked a little small. If you like that, stay with that. But what I went ahead and did is I took those out, took out this one, and I just made my H like that. So you're going to start with 6 down, go on the 3rd one from the top, you're going to put 2 more, and then you're going to come over and put 3 down. So decide how you want to do your H. I is super easy, 4 up, skip 1 and a dot. J, you're gonna go row 6, come down to 7, put 2 dots, and then straight up put 3 more dots, skip 1, put your last dot for J. K, 6 dots, come over from the 3rd one, 2 more dots, come up 1 diagonally, and then come down 2 more diagonally, and that's K. L, super easy, 6 up. M, sorry for my smudges being left-handed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From that top one, go over 1, and then in the next column, go down 4. Go back up to the very top, that comes over, so you're gonna go 1, 2, skip 1, add 1. And then you're going to just mirror like this and come down another 4. That's your M. N, down 5, come up to the top, go over 2 more, skip, finish off with 4 down. O, you're going to skip 7, go 6, 5, 4, come back down to 7, put 2 dots, go up to 3, put 2 more dots, and then mirror it, so you're going to skip this and put 3 here. Your O. P, 5 dots. From the top, put 2 more. Skip 2, put 2 more, put 1 dot to end it. If you don't like that dot right there, you could probably put it right there and it would still look okay. Q. So again, we're skipping, it's only 5. So starting, you're going to skip 3, put 2 dots, come to the next 2, back up to 3, 2 dots over, 5 dots down. I thought that this looked better by putting the dot here and making a bigger space than right there. But then again, if you put that back, you could probably take out these 2 and that would look cute too. So from your 5 dots down on your 7th column, you're gonna go over 1 more and then come up to make your hook on your Q. R, sorry for my smudges, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 1, 2, it's R. S, starting from the bottom, 3 over, make your dot, come back diagonally 2, make your dot diagonally, go back over diagonally and go 3 more. Or you can start from here, put 1 and 7, skip 6, 5, put 1 and 4, 1 and 7, skip 6, 1 and 5, skip 4, 1 and 3. Repeat, and then skip 7, 1 and 6, skip 5, 4, 1 and 3. T is really easy. You do 3 across, it goes 5 down the middle. U, 4 down, skip 7, 3 across, and then go 4 more up, that's your U. V, 4 down, diagonal over to 7, go back up to 6, and put 4 more up. W, made a mistake, but you're going to start with 4 down, skip 7. So if you start from the bottom, you skip 7, go 4 up, diagonal over to 7, diagonal up to 6, diagonal back down to 7, diagonal back up to 6, and then complete with 3 more for a total of 4. X, sorry for all the smudges, but I started at 7, 6, skip 5, 4 and 3, come back over to 5, put your dot, and then again 7, 6, skip 5, 4 and 3. Your Y, on 7, put 2 over, come back to the beginning, skip 1, 2, 3, put 2 up, come back to the second column, skip 2, put 1 here. On your third column, skip 7 and put 5 dots on 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. That's a Y. And then Z, on your 7th, put 3. Go back to your first column, put 1, skip 2, put 1, go over a total of 3, put 1 below, and then 1 directly in the middle, which would be 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5. And that's your Z. Can take out my little blip. All right, guys, those are the lowercase letters. So again, when I was talking about making your word, so if I'm doing, love, but let's just pretend that love, these were lowercase letters, and let's just pretend that G was part of it. So when you would put out your L, your O would be smaller and it would stop about here. Your V would be smaller and stop about here, and your E would be smaller and stop here. But if you had a G and it hung down, then you need to make sure that when you start crocheting and you crochet your chains over, that when you start, you need to make sure that when you put your G, that it's no longer going to be 7 up. You're going to have to add like 3 more rows. So you're not going to have 7 total. You're actually going to have 7, 8, 9, 10 total. So when you go over, you're actually going to start with your G down here before you ever make it to doing your L. So just remember that when you're putting your squares together or your blanket together, if you think that all of your letters are going to be a total of 7, you might have some words that end up having a total of 11. So when you go to piece it together, if you think that you're going to piece together love next to something else that says something that has a G in it, you're going to have 7 rows here, but the next square is going to have 11. It's not going to match up right. So you need to make a decision when you go to make your columns how you're going to have your G to look if you have any letters that hang down. If it gets to the point where you don't know what to do and you don't want to have anything swoop down, you need to do all capital letters. Or you need to do all lowercase letters. And then you'll just have to have some of them, you'll just have to play around with it. You'll have to play around with your columns. You might have to move the G up just a little bit, make your G's a little bit smaller, hang them down to where they're at the very, very lowest. All right, guys.